Hello, investors. Welcome to the channel where I use technical analysis to find possible swing trades. Today, we're taking a look at Discover Financial Services, ticker symbol DFS. This company is perhaps best known as a credit card company, and it does very well in that category. In my perception, it comes in fourth place as a credit card. We all know Visa is the absolute number one in credit cards, followed by MasterCard, which is a distant but solid second. And then you have all the other companies. American Express might be third. And I know there are some companies larger than Discover here. For instance, Capital One is larger by market cap. But it seems like Discover, in my experience, is that third or fourth card that someone might have just for variety. In any case, Discover is also a bank, operates the whole gamut of financial services that you get, and it's typically a fintech, meaning it's an online banking service rather than a brick and mortar bank. But in general, this is a solid company. And you look here, you'll see the share price has dropped significantly lately. I'll get into that in 1 minute. And I just wanted to switch over to the annual chart here so you can get a clearer idea of just how precipitous this drop is. And you'll see this gigantic gap down. I mean, almost a 20% gap down in a single day. And then a couple of weeks later, there's another gap down. Just both of them huge. And it is certainly not looking good lately for Discover. And if you're wondering what happened, well, it was released in the news that Discover apparently misclassified a significant number of credit card accounts and charged them higher interest than they should have. And therefore, they will owe possibly a significant amount of money. There's a huge investigation and audits going on to figure out exactly how much. And that's what caused this first drop in the share price. And then there's a class action lawsuit levied against the company, and that's what caused the second drop here. And there is word that Discover has set aside $365 million as the potential loss for the lawsuit. It's not a good position to be in. I will go over the other technical indicators here, and you'll see that the RSI is in oversold zone here. The stochastics are both oversold. The volume chart shows, as you can imagine, a giant spike in selling volume lately. And the MACD, it looked like it was about to have a bullish move here. And then we had this second gap down, and now the MACD is falling once again. So where this fall will stop, nobody knows. Certainly couldn't fall more. I don't have a crystal ball. I wish I did. But if we switch gears for a moment, we switch over to the fundamentals here. There is very low short interest in the company still, less than 2%. The debt to equity ratio indicates it has average debt for the industry. And I'll point out that this company is classified as a bank. PE ratio is 6.43 at the moment, and that is lower than 74% of others in the industry. The operating margin is excellent at 34%, and that beats out 84% of its peers. The return on equity is also outstanding, and beats out 91% of other banks. Return on equity of almost 30%. The growth rate is average. The dividend is actually below average, though the dividend is just over 3%, which is an excellent dividend. But that's still less than 69% of other banks. Now, the payout ratio is a small 17.46%. So this is a very secure dividend. Now, as far as the lawsuit goes, keep in mind the total cash from operations for Discover for 2022 was $7.14 billion. And according to the balance sheet, Discover has $8.8 billion worth of cash and funds due to the company from other banks. So with that in mind, the total liabilities for the lawsuit are at most about 5% of 1 year's worth of cash flow. or an even smaller percentage of their available cash. So the likelihood of this lawsuit significantly affecting the balance sheet is slim. And of course, that's not the perception when this sort of news arises. The company's narrative tends to follow the share price. And in this case, the share price is down, so all news about Discover will be negative. I'm curious as to your thoughts on Discover. Please let me know in the comments below. I do think this is certainly a stock to be watched right now. I'd like to see how much further this falls. If I see it reaching what I think is bottom, I will absolutely think about taking a position. And I don't even think it's a bad time to start accumulating shares at this point. But again, let me know what you think in the comments. And please remember, none of this is financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. But if you got something out of the video, I would appreciate it if you'd hit the like button and subscribe to help out the channel. If you enjoy this kind of content, please hit the bell notification to be alerted when new videos post. Also, if you'd like me to take a look at a particular company using the indicators I present here, just mention that in the comments and I'll try to get to it as soon as I can. That's all for today. Thanks for watching and good luck with all your investments.